But I think the most critical piece that we have is to place a context of learning, which is the Aboriginal context of learning. It isn't a white context of learning. It's not another piece that's here, but to meet people not just halfway, but to say what will work for you in terms of your learning. We do deliver in about 70 First Nations communities in the Northwest. I have 9 campuses, but in fact those 70 locations are done on site, often with Aboriginal people, teaching Aboriginal people. The success rates of students who can live in their own homes, not go away from homes, is about triple than the ones that actually have to go away from home. The more we teach with people with Aboriginal values in their own context, in their homes, the greater success we're going to have. That's true of everyone. If we can have people at home, they're going to have far greater supports and they're going to be far more effective. When I look to see what are some of the best practices on a world scale, you can look to New Zealand to be remarkably effective in terms of working with the Maori communities that are there. Also in Australia, some successes, some not. A huge amount of this, though, is engaging in the cultures that are there in order to support Aboriginal learning. When we walk into our buildings, boy, you see some of the absolute least amenable facilities to support the type of learning that I think is absolutely necessary for us to understand Aboriginal communities. You know, there's 250,000 people in northwestern Ontario across a landmass of half of this province. The largest component of growth is our Aboriginal communities. We need to understand to support their success, but also the success of everyone else working with people with an Aboriginal heritage. We have 13,000 jobs that are being developed associated with the mining industry across the next 4 to 5 years in northwestern Ontario. We have no hope at all of responding to that need. 90% have a college or a high school need in terms of training. 10% have a university need in training. We have no way in heck of getting enough graduates to fill those jobs without working really strongly with our Aboriginal communities and moving women into many of those trades and technologies programs as well. So it is about the culture that is there. It's working with people that are in those communities. It's delivering very close to home, and it's really being sensitive that all of us have to understand those values to be successful.